From someone who's dealt with a lot of death in their life, I think a living will is very important when you pass away. And the reason I say that is because it lets people know what you want at your funeral. Lets people know where money that you had is supposed to go, where vehicles, houses, all of this is supposed to go. So from past experience with, like I said, I've been through a lot of death in my lifetime. My grandma passed away in 2015, and she did not have a will. So with that being said, her house, everything had to go through beneficiaries, which ended up being my aunt. My aunt was the beneficiary, but she wasn't married or anything. So it went between her, my mom, and my uncle. And with that, it was very hard because at one point I did have my grandma's car after she passed away. She told her friends, she told me, she told my mom, she told everyone she wanted me to have her car if she ever left. And I did. I had her car for a while, but I never was able to get it registered because my uncle would never sign over the name to me because it had to go through all three siblings, three of the heirs, because she had no one else to give it to. So it went down to her kids next, and it had to go down to all three of them signing it over to me. And my uncle was very stingy, and he didn't want to do that. He wanted the money for himself. So I think a living will is very needed when you are planning on, or when you know your life is coming towards the end, or even like now. Like, I feel like everyone should start doing their will now. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to cause you to not be here anymore. You can get in a car wreck tomorrow and boom, not be here, you know? So, yes, a living will is very important, especially after reading that article, because it does, like I said, it lets the people know and everyone in this world know what you want to do if it comes down to you not being here anymore, if it's from a car wreck or a heart attack or anything like that. The second question, it says, who should make the end of life decision for someone? Should it be the spouse, parents, doctors, children, state? So I have a lot of experience in this field. So I believe it should go down to the spouse first. If the person doesn't have the spouse, then it should go to the parents. And if there's no parents or spouse left, it should go to the children, and it should be named as. So, for example, my grandma, it went down to her kids. They got to choose everything. My mom is an amputee, and back in 2017, she lost her foot, and I had to be there for it. I was the beneficiary. I was the one that made the call. In any of her surgeries, I'm the one that makes that call. It's hard. It really is. So if someone does end up having their kids do it, because that's a hard call for a kid. Even if someone does even have their kids doing it, they need to make sure they talk with their kids. They let them know, like, hey, I don't want any more. I don't want to do the respiratory or the my mind went blank. Where they try to bring you back to life. Like, my mom's told me, I don't want them to try that. I don't want them to try and then me be brain dead. So I know for a fact if my mom were to go in, I know that I need to just sign the papers. And it's a hard thing. It really is a hard thing, but I don't think it should go to one specific person either. I think it should be a family agreement. I think family should have a lot to say in it. I don't think the law should have anything to say in it. It's not the law's decision. If my mom is a vegetable, I don't want to see her laying there for years, not doing anything, just on a feeding tube. And like I said, I think it should go spouse, the parents, and then the children. I got the bad end of the stick to where my mom doesn't have a spouse or her parents anymore. Her parents had passed away. All of them have passed away. So yes, I do think it should go to family before it goes to the law. And I don't think the law should have anything to say when it comes to a family's death. So yeah, thank you.